The Byzantine Empire, the Roman Empire reborn in the East, a beacon of civilization stretching from the scorching deserts of Egypt to the rugged Balkans. At its heart, Constantinople, the queen of cities, pulsating with trade and intrigue. But the Byzantines' reach extended far beyond the eastern Mediterranean. They looked west, too, to territories once ruled from Rome, territories like the island of Sardinia. Sardinia, a rugged, mountainous island in the heart of the western Mediterranean. Strategically vital, it was a stepping stone between Italy, North Africa, and the Iberian Peninsula. Whoever controlled Sardinia could dominate the sea lanes, dictate trade and project power. The Byzantines knew this, and they were determined to make Sardinia theirs. The 6th century AD. A new emperor sat on the throne in Constantinople. Justinian then, a man of boundless ambition and unwavering belief in the destiny of Rome. Justinian dreamed of restoring the Roman Empire to its former glory, and that meant reclaiming the lost provinces of the West. Sardinia, under the control of the Vandals for almost a century, was ripe for the taking. In 533 AD, Justinian launched his reconquest. His general, Belisarius, fresh from victories in North Africa, sailed across the Mediterranean and landed on Sardinian shores. The Vandal grip on the island was weak, and Belisarius's legions swiftly brought Sardinia back under Byzantine control. The island once again flew the banner of the Roman eagle, now emblazoned on the standards of the Byzantine Empire. The Byzantines had triumphed. Sardinia was theirs. But ruling the island, separated from Constantinople by hundreds of miles of open water, would prove far more challenging than conquering it. Communications were slow and unreliable. Messages could take weeks, even months, to travel between Sardinia and the imperial capital. This made it difficult for the Byzantines to respond effectively to crises or maintain tight control over their distant province. The logistical challenges were immense. Supplying the island with troops, provisions, and administrators required a constant stream of ships sailing across treacherous seas. Storms, pirates, and enemy fleets all posed constant threats. The cost of maintaining Byzantine rule in Sardinia was high, and the risks were ever present. As the 7th century dawned, a new threat emerged in the Mediterranean: the Arabs, driven by the burgeoning faith of Islam. They swept across North Africa, conquering Byzantine territories and building a powerful naval presence. These fearsome Saracen raiders, as the Byzantines called them, launched devastating attacks on coastal settlements and shipping lanes, including those vital to Sardinia. Sardinia, exposed and far from Constantinople, was particularly vulnerable to these attacks. The island's defences, neglected during years of relative peace, were ill-prepared to repel the swift and brutal Saracen raids. Coastal towns were sacked, their inhabitants slaughtered or enslaved. The once thriving trade routes that connected Sardinia to the rest of the Byzantine Empire were disrupted, leaving the island increasingly isolated. The Byzantine grip on Sardinia, already weakened by logistical challenges and the vast distances from the heart of the empire, began to falter. The island, situated in the Mediterranean, was difficult to govern effectively from Constantinople. The constant threat of Saracen raids further exacerbated the situation. These raids were not just occasional skirmishes, but persistent and devastating attacks that disrupted daily life and trade. Into this power vacuum stepped local leaders, men of ambition and influence who commanded the loyalty of the island's inhabitants. These leaders were often from noble families with deep roots in Sardinian society, and they saw an opportunity to assert their authority. These local rulers, known as judges or judici in the Sardinian language, gradually assumed more and more power. Consolidating their control over their respective territories, they established their own courts and administrative systems which were more attuned to the needs and customs of the local population. These territories evolved into independent entities known as Judicates, 4 autonomous regions, each ruled by a powerful dynasty of judges. The Judicates were Araborea, Cagliari, Gallura and Logudoro, each with its own unique characteristics and governance structures. While still nominally part of the Byzantine Empire, the Judicates were in reality independent states. They operated with a high degree of autonomy, making their own decisions and managing their own affairs without interference from Byzantine officials. They minted their own coins, maintained their own armies, and conducted their own foreign policies. This level of independence allowed them to forge alliances and trade agreements that were beneficial to their regions. The era of direct Byzantine rule in Sardinia was coming to an end. The Judicates marked the beginning of a new chapter in Sardinian history, one characterized by local governance and a distinct cultural identity that would shape the island for centuries to come. Back in Constantinople, emperors faced a growing list of challenges on multiple fronts. The once mighty Byzantine Empire, which had stood as a bastion of power and culture, was now grappling with threats that seemed to multiply by the day. The Lombards pressed in on Byzantine territories in Italy, seeking to expand their own dominion and capitalize on the empire's moment of vulnerability. These fierce warriors, with their relentless campaigns, posed a significant threat to the Byzantine hold over the Italian peninsula. Meanwhile, in the north, the Bulgarians threatened the empire's Balkan heartland. Their incursions were not just military but also cultural, as they sought to carve out their own space in the region, challenging Byzantine supremacy. In the east, the rise of the Abbasid Caliphate posed an existential threat to the very survival of the Byzantine state. The Abbasids, with their vast resources and formidable armies, were a force to be reckoned with, and their ambitions extended deep into Byzantine territories. Faced with these pressing concerns closer to home, the Byzantine leadership had to make difficult decisions. Resources were finite, and the empire's military and administrative apparatus was stretched to its limits. Sardinia, distant and increasingly independent, slipped down the list of imperial priorities. The island, with its rugged terrain and fiercely independent inhabitants, was becoming more autonomous with each passing year. The Byzantines did not formally relinquish their claim to Sardinia. Officially, it remained a part of the empire, a distant outpost of Byzantine authority. But with their resources stretched thin and their attention focused elsewhere, the Byzantine rulers found it increasingly difficult to project power across the Mediterranean. They lacked the means and the will to reassert their authority over the increasingly autonomous island. The local Sardinian leaders began to take on more responsibility, governing their own affairs with less interference from Constantinople. The fate of Sardinia, it seemed, would be decided not in the gilded halls of Constantinople, where emperors and advisors debated grand strategies, but amongst the rugged mountains and windswept coasts of the island itself. Here, amidst the natural beauty and isolation, a new chapter in Sardinian history was beginning to unfold, one that would see the island chart its own course, independent of Byzantine control. Although direct Byzantine rule in Sardinia faded, the island's connection to the empire remained strong. The Byzantines, who once governed this Mediterranean gem, left behind a legacy that would shape Sardinia for centuries to come. The empire's legacy lived on, not just in the physical remnants of their rule, but in the very fabric of Sardinian society. Byzantine artifacts scattered across the island tell stories of a time when Sardinia was a crucial outpost of the empire. The Byzantines left an indelible mark on the island's culture, influencing everything from architecture to daily customs. Their architectural prowess is evident in the ruins that still stand, whispering tales of a grand past. Language and governance were also deeply impacted by Byzantine rule. Ancient manuscripts and documents reveal the extent of this influence, showcasing a blend of local and Byzantine traditions. Sardinian churches and monasteries, built during the Byzantine era, still stand today, serving as architectural testaments to the island's historical journey. These sacred structures are more than just buildings, they are vessels of history. Their walls adorned with stunning mosaics and frescoes that offer a glimpse into the artistic brilliance of the Byzantine world. Each piece of art tells a story, capturing the essence of Byzantine spirituality and creativity. The island's legal system incorporated elements of Roman law, a testament to the enduring influence of Byzantine administration. This blend of legal traditions created a unique judicial framework that persisted long after the Byzantines had left. The administrative practices introduced by the Byzantines were sophisticated and far-reaching, influencing local governance and societal structures. These practices were meticulously documented, providing a window into the administrative acumen of the empire. Even the Sardinian language itself absorbed words and phrases from Greek, the language of the Byzantine Empire. This linguistic infusion enriched the local dialect, adding layers of complexity and history. The language of the Byzantine Empire left an indelible mark on Sardinian speech, with Greek words seamlessly blending into the local vernacular. This linguistic heritage is a testament to the deep cultural exchanges that took place. These linguistic echoes, passed down through generations, serve as a reminder of the island's Byzantine past. Families, through their oral traditions and written records, have kept this heritage alive. Cultural festivals and historical markers across Sardinia celebrate this rich Byzantine legacy, ensuring that the echoes of Byzantium continue to resonate in contemporary times. The Byzantines may have forgotten how to rule over Sardinia, but their presence continued to resonate in the island's cultural fabric long after their departure. Historical reenactments and abandoned ruins serve as poignant reminders of this bygone era. Today, the legacy of Byzantine rule is woven into the very essence of Sardinian identity. From architectural marvels to cultural practices, the influence of Byzantium is unmistakable, a testament to the enduring power of history. The story of the Byzantines in Sardinia offers valuable lessons about the limits of empire and the resilience of local governance. It highlights the challenges of maintaining control over distant territories, particularly in the face of logistical difficulties, external threats, and the rise of local autonomy. The Byzantines' experience reminds us that even the most powerful empires are not immune to the forces of fragmentation and decentralization. Yet it also demonstrates the enduring power of local identity and the ability of communities to forge their own destinies, even in the shadow of empire. The Sardinian Judicates, born out of the decline of Byzantine rule, created a unique system of governance that endured for centuries. Their story is a testament to the human capacity for adaptation, innovation, and self-determination. The legacy of the Byzantine presence in Sardinia is more than just a chapter in history. It is a living narrative that continues to shape the island's culture and identity. The architecture, customs, and even the Sardinian language bear the imprints of Byzantine influence, offering a unique blend of East and West that defines the island's character to this day. As we walk through the ancient ruins and bustling markets, we can still feel the echoes of Byzantium in the air. The resilience and adaptability of the Sardinian people serve as a powerful reminder of the enduring impact of history on our present and future. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more historical content.